Akureyri, when translated, means the sand bank by the field. It's considered the capital of the north and is the second largest city in Iceland. It's about a half-mile walk to the city center. There is not usually a shuttle. If you're wanting to get out of town, you either need to take a tour or rent a car. If you're going to stay in town, there are a few things that you can do there. You can climb the steps of the church. There is a botanical garden that you can go visit. There are local museums featuring local life through the ages. And there is the childhood home of Jan Stevenson, who was a writer and a priest. But probably the big things that you're going to do are outside of the city of Akureyri. And you're going to need to take a tour or rent a car to do these things. Godafoss is a magical waterfall. It's 40 feet high, 100 feet wide, and has tremendous power and is awe-inspiring. You can get up close to it. There is a trail that you need to walk to get along the riverside and then up to the waterfall itself. Borger is a lava field, and it was all underwater, but magma leaked up, solidified, and created this incredible landscape.
It used to be a lake here, and then we had this eruption, and all the lava was just flowing over the lake. So the water got basically stuck below the lava lake, and in this case it was a little bit more thin flowing lava. And of course also a little bit more water. The pressure was also higher, and the steam has managed to escape through the lava. So since the steam is of course very hot but still colder than the lava, this lava around that solidified and to the eruption, and when all the lava just kept flowing through the valley further to the ocean, it left behind these formations that we are going to see here. So it's everything. It's about 2,300 years old lava that came from this volcano called Eyjafjordur. And here are all these Icelandic Christmas trolls that children are able to meet here around Christmas time. So there is actually an event here just before Christmas where of course there is all day long dark, so these Christmas trolls can leave their caves, and the children can meet them here.
We are in the Valley of the Elves, the literal translation, the dark town, because of the dark lava. And I don't know, it's like I found my own little troll elf right here.
These were the trolls they want to protect the mountain, and that's why when they were building it, they hit all these springs. They were trying to make it more harder.
Okay.
But yeah, at the end, the technology won, not the elves. But you know, many times maybe that there is like a road, and in the middle of the road there will be a stone. Yeah. Some machines broke down, and they believed it's in trolls, so they rather build it around that. They would not mess up with the trolls. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's still a tradition, and still many people believe. Yeah.
Difference between an elf and a troll?
That's a good question. I think trolls were before, in the time of the first settlements, I would say. The hidden people or the elves, like nobody now anymore believes in trolls unless the children for the Christmas time. Yeah, but in the elves, people still believe, and people still would visit these small houses around the road and bring some treats for the elves, and just kind of wish that the elves could help them. So the elves would be more like good people, and even the trolls were more like those that people were afraid of.
The Grotagaya cave is a really great site. You have to climb over a few rocks to get into the cave, and you can't actually get in the water, although I did dip my hand in, and it's not scalding hot. So you can go into the cave, you can see the water, you just aren't allowed to bathe in the water. And probably the big thing that people are doing besides the waterfalls are going to Lake Myvatn. Myvatn is a translation for the midge, which is a fly. It's named after these little gnats and flies. They're going to be all around the lake. So we're here in Lake Myvatn, And we're at a really cool stopping point where in the background you can see trees, not normal in Iceland. You'll note that the name of Myvatn is named after midge, which are these little gnats and flies. And some bite and some don't. But what's important about them, as much as you might think they're kind of annoying, they are actually what is fertilizing and growing things on these deep lava beds. So I'll show you, if I turn around right here, this is young lava where the wind is actually blowing the midges, the flies, and the gnats away from the lava, and so nothing is growing there. It's not getting fertilized. Come back over to this side, you see the greenery, and there you've got it. That's the beauty of why we have flies in Iceland. Part of the Akureyri experience as you're going to Lake Myvatn and Godafoss is you will also pass through the extraterrestrial terrain of the geothermal areas. You'll get to walk around, you can smell the sulfur and just admire the geothermal activity of this region. On a guided tour, you will learn a lot about how this geothermal energy is being used to power the country. You will see the pipes that not only make the geothermal baths and springs and that sort of thing, but how they're using the hot water from the earth to thaw roads, to heat houses, and to power electricity in the region. So the steam has a distinct sulfuric smell. You can't miss it. The colors that you are seeing in the landscape are coming from the different minerals that the water is bringing up from below. So you've got iron making things really dark, then you've got yellows and oranges from other minerals. There is also the Myvatn Nature Bath. You can purchase tickets online in advance, or you can do that as part of your excursion. In town, there is a new lagoon called the Forest Lagoon. It is a hot springs, and it's made from water that was found or freed up during the building of the tunnel. And you will see the tunnel as you come into the port. And if you go anywhere on an excursion, you'll probably either go through the tunnel or around the long way, but you'll pass by the tunnel. There is whale watching in town. We took a whale watching excursion on a rib boat. If you are needing to pass some kidney stones, that might be a good way to loosen those up. We did see whales. I would say we've probably had better whale watching in Alaska, but it is a beautiful drive going down Eyjafjordur in a boat. Make sure you watch our other videos on Eyjafjordur, Reykjavik, Djúpafjörður, and Grundarfjörður.